Hey everyone, what's up and welcome back to Behind the Girl Boss. My name is Amanda if you didn't know already, and I'm a 21-year-old content creator from Montreal, Canada. I create stuff on Instagram, YouTube, this podcast. I'm trying to do TikTok right now, but it's kind of embarrassing. But I do that, and I also go to school full-time at Concordia University, and I'm studying communications and cultural studies right now. So I got a jam-packed schedule. But I still managed to fit in some time to record this podcast every single Wednesday for you guys. So I hope you guys are enjoying it so far. So today's episode is basically going to be how to start creating on a budget. I'm going to tell you guys about myself and how I got started. And I literally had no money when I got started. And I still don't have any money. But we're going to talk about that. And we're going to talk about just how you can get started without any money, basically. And working with the things that you have right now. So if this sounds like it's aimed towards you and you're interested in this, keep on listening. So I know we all think in order to create, we need the best laptop, microphone, camera, lighting, and the list literally goes on until we're thousands and thousands of dollars in debt. Well, I'm here to tell you that you don't need all that. And here's how to create on a budget. So honestly, the first tip or advice that I would give you is to literally start with what you have and grow from there. So a little story time. I started my YouTube channel on my 2013 Mac. I literally recorded with my webcam and edited on iMovie. It was a struggle. Sometimes I was I don't know, I don't like the quality. I don't think it's good enough. Oh, look at the pixels on my face. Oh, I don't you couldn't really angle it how you wanted, so I had to film a little section. But you know what? I wanted to do YouTube. I wanted to get my videos out there. I wanted to get my content out there. So I did it. I sat in the corner of my room, had my 2013 MacBook Pro open with the ugly webcam, and I recorded myself. And seeing my growth, not only in content-wise, but with the quality of my equipment basically, has been crazy. And it really shows how hard work pays off, and you don't need the best stuff to grow, just yourself. I only actually bought an actual camera 6 months after I started, so I literally filmed for 6 months on my MacBook Pro. If you follow me on YouTube, or if you don't, go check out It's Amanda Wan. Scroll down to my first videos, and you will see that I recorded on my MacBook Pro, because you just know. You know that it's not a high definition camera. You know. And I also don't have a high definition camera right now. I bought a camera, but I still got a budget. I'm still in school. I only work part-time. I don't make a lot of money off of this stuff right now. So, you know what? I'm on a budget, but I managed to work stuff out, and I bought myself a camera, and that's what I record on. So honestly, whatever you have right now, whether it be a random webcam on a desktop or a MacBook or any sort of camera, even your phone, film on your phone. Some phones right now, the quality is unexplainable. If I had the phone I have now, which is the XS Max, when I started YouTube, I obviously would have recorded on that other than my MacBook Pro webcam. But, stuff happens. When I first started, I think I had a 5C or a 6S. No, I didn't even have it. Did I have a 6? I don't even know. But anyways, I had one of those phones where the camera's not the best quality, but I was still able to do something, like I said. And you know what? We're here now, 3 years down the line, new camera, new Mac, new microphone, new phone. So you know what? Start with what you have and grow from there. That is one of the most important tips, because if you're just going to wait around until you can buy a camera, buy lighting, buy a ring light, buy a tripod, all these things, sometimes you might be waiting for a long time, because if you want all these things all together, it's a little difficult. My second advice, and it kind of ties in already with what I just said, but any laptop can edit. Every laptop literally can handle some sort of editing software, so you don't need the heavy-duty stuff, especially if you're just starting to edit. Like I said, I edited on my MacBook Pro 2013 for 5-6 years because I just got a new laptop this year. So any laptop can do editing. Sometimes some better than others, but you just need to have an editing software. You just need to get stuff out there. And now on iPhones, there's iMovie on the phones, so you can edit literally directly from your phone. How crazy and cool is that? So that just means that you can edit anywhere on the go. You can edit from home, from school. Don't do that. On the way to work, like all these things, you can edit literally from your phone. So you do not have an excuse saying, oh, I don't have anywhere to edit. Like you can edit from your phone, from an iPad, from a computer. You got your options. Any laptop can edit. So you don't need the heavy duty stuff because only professionals need that stuff. The third advice I have is that you can rent equipment if needed. If like for a certain project you need a certain camera or microphone or lens or whatever it need be, there are plenty of like local places that do rentals. Sure, there's a fee, but it's a much lower cost than actually buying it outright, especially if you're only using this device for like one thing. For example, if you're creating a short film for, I don't know, YouTube, and you want like a professional microphone for that, you can literally go to like any rental place and rent the microphone for the day. I'm not 100% sure what the rental fees are like, but I know for a fact that it'll be much cheaper than buying the actual microphone. And like I said, if you're only using it for that one single project, there's no point of going out and buying the actual microphone outright, because if you need to save yourself money to buy it one day, you gotta live on your budget. You gotta do things differently to be able to afford it in the end. So that's a really big thing, to rent equipment if needed, because it's just going to help you in the long run. And yeah, your content will be more professional. And if that's what you're looking for, then that's what you're looking for. So I would start off by renting stuff if you only need it once in a while. If you need it all the time, then I would say save up to buy it. But if you really need it only for certain projects, I would just say to rent it. And my last advice is that quality is important, but actual content quality is more important. Having a nice camera and microphone is cool, but literally having content that's either eye-catching or ear-catching is better. Make your content irresistible so people can't stop listening. So you have to really focus, rather than focusing on, oh, is my camera clear enough? Oh, is my lighting strong enough? Oh, is my microphone making my voice sound better or best quality? I don't even know what I'm talking about, but like, instead of focusing on things as such, focus on the actual content you're giving your audience. For example, having a very ear-catching story time video, engaging with your audience, getting your audience attracted and attached to the story you're telling rather than the quality. Because yeah, if you have nice quality, people are gonna want to watch your stuff. But if you have nice quality, but you don't have good content, people are not gonna want to watch. So for the time being, if you don't have the resources to create that quality look to your content, that's okay. Focus on the actual content. Focus on the story you're telling. Focus on who you're trying to tell this to. Getting the audience's attention and grasping onto that and being someone that they're interested in listening to every single week is what's more important than just listening to anyone speak. If you have good quality, that's great. But if you have bad content, that's not great. So in the end goal, having good quality and having good content is what you should be aiming for. But for the time being, when you're living on a budget, aim for the good content. And that's going to get you far. That's what makes you grow, basically, because people are going to keep coming back for that content. Honestly, when you first start off creating and everything, like, don't focus on the money side at all, because that's not going to get you anywhere. Focus on having fun. Focus on being able to actually do this, because we're living in a time where content creating is the new thing and that you can actually make a living off of it. It can be your full-time job. So honestly, yeah, people want that. But at the beginning, literally just focus on having fun. Focus on growing yourself, growing your channel. Don't focus on the nitty-gritty things like having the best camera of 2019. Like, that's not going to get you anywhere. If you look at the big YouTubers, like, for example, the people that I watch, like Andrea Russett, Shane Dawson, like, those OG YouTubers, they started with crap quality. And look at them now. They're literally making a living off of creating their own content. So use that as inspiration, because that's what I use as inspiration. One of my favorite YouTubers, Danielle Carolyn, she started like I think 7-8 years ago, and if you go back to watch her videos, they look like they're recorded off a webcam too. I could be wrong, but the quality compared to now is extremely different, and that just goes to show that if you're working hard and if you're working towards a goal, you can get there and you can grow your quality, you can grow that, and at the end of the day, that's all that really matters. So I know this podcast is a little bit shorter than others, but honestly, with school starting and everything again, this is all I really had time to record and everything. School is it's smacking me up. It literally just started and I'm already like drowning in work and readings and assignments and stuff. So I'm sorry that this is not the longest podcast ever, but you know what? I'm trying. So I'm going to give myself an applause for that. So I hope you guys enjoyed this podcast. I hope this gave you a little bit of insight on how to start creating content on a budget. And I want you to remember the saying, quality is important, but actual content quality is more important. Focus on that, and I'm telling you, you will get somewhere. You will grow, and you will realize that it really is the content that matters rather than the quality. So if you guys enjoyed this podcast episode, please subscribe or follow to this podcast. And if you want to find me on Instagram, you can either search up at Behind the Girl Boss or at It's Amanda Wan. Follow me, message me if you have any ideas of what I could talk about on this podcast, because I want to hear from you guys. I want to hear what you guys want to hear. So yeah, that's basically it. I hope you guys enjoy this, and I will talk to you next time.